Thank you so much for joining us for our continuation of the Lost Mines of Phandelver D&D campaign that we've been playing live on Twitch roughly around midnight PST on Friday nights. If you ever want to join us and see the action unfold live, I have a link to my Twitch page in the video description below. The following video has been edited just to cut down on the long pauses, the fiddling with Roll20, the rules looking up, and a lot of the chat interaction, so it's just straight D&D, or as close to it as I can get it. So if you want all that other extra goodness, come stop by the stream. Alright, now let's get into it. Because a lot happened last session. You guys started off this last session with a captive, a drow lady. You guys... let's see, I believe Elaine got turned into a giant and was able to subdue her. And you guys went back to camp to meet your two goblin pals. They were also tied up. After a night of a long rest, you guys got a little bit of information from her. You know that she was here to pick up the dwarf, aka Gundren, who was your employer all the way back in session 1. And you also know that she was going to kill the Kragmaw tribe king, the bugbear, King Groll, to get a little bit more coin from her employer. And she, due to some craftiness, was able to escape. During she somehow was able to loosen the ropes, and when the party retied them, they didn't do a super great job. And during a side conversation, when they turned back around, instead of a drow, there was a sort of slim-looking goblin standing in their place, and they were able to run off into the woods and slip away from the party. After that, the party went back to Kragmaw Castle. Excuse me. Presumably, or to find a map. When they got there, they found the second in command, who had been off on patrol when they were there earlier, was back. They were able to barter with them and get the map. Ronam sort of tricked this second in command with a ring, where he was able to convince him that if he put on the ring, everybody would fear him. They also were able to cash in on getting 3 kobold captives. And we ended with one of the kobolds giving a look to our kobold druid. And they were able to tell that they knew each other somewhere. And that's kind of where we're starting off. You've got 3 bound kobold captives. They do have their mouths sort of tied shut, so they're not able to speak. There's a ton of hobgoblins out front.
Yeah, how close are we to the front? Kind of like where we.
I was gonna say we just
we
ended as we walked away last time.
Yeah, you guys ended. Good.
Before we even think about untying them or ungagging them, let's put some distance between us and this castle.
We gotta get back to the cart so we can start making our way back to town.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
But let's get a good ways out of sight of the castle before we unbind them.
Because they do think that we purchased them as slaves.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But I'd never do that to the little kobolds. They don't deserve that.
We make some distance between us and the castle, making our way back to the cart.
Does the whole party good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
They're still binded, I believe.
Yeah, they can't talk. Yeah. They can pretty much only walk at this point.
I'll probably say once we're in a relatively deep part of the forest and the castle's out of eyesight, that we can unbind them.
You know what I'm gonna do, Steve Joe Bob? I'm gonna use my new telepathy and speak to them in their minds and tell them not to fear, and that we are friends.
Okay.
It's just in common. I'm just speaking to them in common.
Cool. And what do you say to them in their little minds?
So each one of them in turn, I say, "Don't worry, you're safe. We're actually friends." And that's it, essentially.
As you touch each one's mind, you kind of see them like tense up a little bit, like in surprise as you do it. And they just keep walking, like and following you guys.
Okay. And after that, I then turn to Erebus next to me. Or I turn to Erebus next to me, and I telepathically say, "Hey, I can speak to you in your mind now."
Just wide-eyed, I am staring.
It's
at
Pronom. I'm talking to you in your brain, and then I give him a little nudge with my elbow.
Since when were you able to do this?
I just shrug.
Huh.
My whole life.
You guys are headed back to the edge of the forest to the south.
Yeah.
Cool.
With Gundren and the kobolds in tow.
Okay, so you guys are here, which I believe is where you left some ox. What are your plans
We should
out
probably start getting back on the cart and
Yeah.
with the kobolds.
Untie the.
Yeah,
kobolds.
let's untie them and then put them in the cart. So once we reach the cart, I start untying them.
Let's pick them up one by one and set them in the back.
So you untie the kobolds?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Or actually, I ungag them first.
Okay. What is
I unbind their mouths.
so as you guys are kind of walking through this forest, what's Snowloo doing?
I'm staying close. My arm crossed with a frown. Clearly not pleased with having these 3 kobolds around here, but I'm not saying much about it. Like I'm dealing with it at best.
As you guys are walking, kind of one of them sort of nods and kind of nods towards you, and the other now they're all sort of just kind of watching you as they walk.
Alright, well, I guess we're ungagging them.
I'm gonna lean into Snowloo. Is there something that happened in the past, or
They're just greedy little little gremlins that just eat everything.
They look upset. They look mad.
I left the forest to get away, to stand myself from this tribe that fell apart, and they're just here now.
so they're gluttonous? Okay, well, but
They're very destructive.
oh, should we
I mean-
take them back to town then? Do you think that's a good idea, Snowloo, or
It's only 3 of them. I'm sure it's gonna be fine.
okay?
It's not a whole tribe. The tribe fell. I doubt. Well, we can bring them. Well, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Are they unbind? Well, like their mouth.
Are we back at the cart?
Yeah, you guys are back at the cart.
Okay, so before I untie them, I'm unbinding their snouts
Okay.
so they can speak. And I'm doing that to the 3 of them first before I untie them fully.
Okay. As you sort of take off their gags, they all look at Snowloo, and one of them speaks. It's going to be speaking in Draconic.
Yeah, well, I know that.
And it's gonna stare at you and just like, I see you still wear the skull. Betrayer.
Betrayer. He had it coming. He got what he deserved. He was a coward and a terrible leader.
He may not have been the best, but he was still our leader.
And you were. If he was still alive to this day, would you still follow him? After what everything he's done,
As long as our bellies were full.
they're not too full anymore, are they?
No. Once you kill them, the tribe is all but fallen apart.
Oh, don't put the blame on me. You know very well what happened.
He's just gonna get quiet after that.
I'll just motion to the rest of the group to just help them get on board of the cart. They're no threat at all.
It's fine.
I kind
Just pick
of
them up one by
I
one.
kind of like pull Snowloo aside. Do we unbind them?
You can unbind them. I doubt they're gonna try anything at all.
Okay. So
If
I
they-
untie their binds one by one before gesturing for them to enter the cart.
Can they
If
even
anything,
step
I'll
up
keep
that
an
high?
eye on them.
Or helping their tiny little kobold feet
You
up
gotta
into
pick
the
them
cart.
up
And give them a
one
little
by
boost
one,
up
like
into the
they're
cart.
toddlers. Just
Yeah.
pick them up under the arms, just lift them up.
long cat them, just.
Yeah, long cat them into the cart.
Get comfortable. We have a journey and a half.
And you better not try anything or I'll shank you.
What?
Oh,
Why not just let us go? What need have you of us? Where are you taking us?
And where are you gonna go? Are you gonna go back into the forest and just get captured again?
We'll go back to what's left of our home.
I thought the entrance was sealed.
We were able to dig back in.
Oh. I'm guessing it's not too pretty in there either. Are you eating each other yet?
No, and even if there aren't many of us left. Most of them left with the man with the dragon mask.
A man with a dragon mask, you say?
Yes, there was. Yes, after the tribe fell apart, somebody appeared with great magics and promise of power. Most of the tribe went with him.
And if I offer you shelter and safety, are you gonna come with us?
In return for what?
I'm sure we can put you to good use. You got information that's quite valuable.
If we give you the information, will you just let us go? We'd rather live free than be used by somebody that's killed one of our own.
I could offer you a job. I'm sure we can find you things to do back at the town. Some honest work for a honest pay. Instead of just wandering the wood, getting captured, and just having your skull on a stick.
You really think they would take in a group of kobolds?
I mean, they were fine with me roaming the streets with a skull on my face.
All right, we'll go.
All right, I promise safety for all three of you, but you better not do anything wrong. No stealing, no raiding. Just behave.
What about what's left of the rest of the tribe? Are we to just leave them there to rot?
I mean, do you really expect me to go back there for all of those?
I suppose not.
It's kind of a lost cause by now. You brought this to yourself.
Very reluctantly, just like, all right, we'll go.
Is that all in Draconic?
All of it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand everything.
Loki is.
I wait for them to finish talking. I kind of like look over at Snowloo.
You're the cart driver. We got places to be.
Yeah.
Who's the cart driver?
You got land
Yeah.
vehicle
Oh,
efficiency.
me. I'm the cart driver.
Yeah.
I mean, I can drive if you.
All right, I climb up. I climb up front.
I'll sit next to.
Use
Ronan.
that land vehicle proficiency that I worked so hard for.
Excuse me. It takes a few days, but you guys have a pretty peaceful ride back down to ye old Phandelver. During this time, is there anything you guys would like to do over the course of a couple days?
While we're traveling,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit with Snowloo next to me and try and. So, Snowloo, do you know these kobolds?
Yeah, they're part of my tribe. Well, what's left of it?
What's left of it?
Yeah, overhunt
Sorry about that.
like everything they could see. Hungry or not, they would eat constantly. Like they will forage for food, even though they didn't need it. They would kill for fun, for pleasure, whatever they could get their little claws on. And eventually, well, food ran out. Wildlife will leave. Just it was just way too dangerous for those. So,
Sure thing.
well, the tribe pretty much collapsed from that. Just kobolds scattering left and right because there was no more food and there was a kind of a famine.
Is that what led you to leave?
Yes. Like our leader tried to heat our hunting mounts, and I was not having any of it, and I disposed of him.
And
So,
I
it's no loose from up
decided
here.
to distance myself from those. Just decided to go out, explore the world. And I have no regret about that whatsoever.
from the way they were looking at you, it seems that it's something they did not take lightly.
I mean, I'm wearing their leader's cowl. They're not too pleased about that.
Is that kind of succession not normal for kobolds?
Possibly, I don't know. Maybe it's tradition. It just feels. It just. It's kinda hard to
I apologize. I mean, they seem unhappy, but at least with the goblins, it seems like, you know, succession by combat is just like a way of life. Is that?
It's one way to see it, of course, but I have no interest of becoming their chief.
And so you left them.
Yes. They were
Well,
scattering.
I can hardly blame you for leaving a situation like that.
They were kind of done for already, and it was kind of a lost cause already as well. So I just gathered my things and left, like everyone was doing.
That's awesome.
They didn't seek to change their ways.
I didn't stay long enough for that, but as far as I don't know.
Well, even to be wandering without food in the forest, or to be in the back of our cart, is better than being captives for goblins. So hopefully they understand. They come to understand that at least.
I mean, I'm not seeking forgiveness whatsoever, but if they get a better life, then I'll be pleased with that.
You guys arrive in ye old Phandelver. It's about midday when you guys roll into town.
Well, I guess we'll just park the cart and go meet up with Sildar.
There we go.
Or we can, and if someone wants to go help the kobolds find something to do while we're gone.
I can do that. I mean, I did propose them some work, so I might as well.
I will. First off, I'll stop at the shrine and say a little prayer. Oh, but as we're pulling in, I kind of like the guys in the back, and we should check in with.
Will they remember the name?
The guy.
I believe in them.
Silvar. We should check in with Silvar.
That's close enough. That's close enough.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
He's probably in the town master stall.
Mm-hmm.
Probably chewing him out.
Probably. Either that or just doing all this work for him.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, it's fine. Does anyone want to
Actually, yeah,
go find some kobold work?
I mean, I was thinking about sending them to the mines.
Well, the mines are kind of like infested.
I'm gonna go with Gundren to. I'm gonna go with these guys. We should take Gundren to Silvar right away.
That's where I was going.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you first.
Well, we'll park the cart off the road because we're gonna be using it again pretty soon.
Yeah.
No point to load it back up. And
as you guys run into town, you see kind of Gundren just he relaxes a bit. He seems content that he's made it back without dying.
So where are these brothers of yours, Gundren?
I don't know. We were supposed to meet back in town here. I'm not sure if that was delayed, if they tried to move on without me.
No one in town said they've seen them since you last were here with them.
Then perhaps they moved forward without me, or went to the mine to survey things. I just pray that they're all right.
And the mine's on the map, correct?
Oh yeah, let's you know what? Let's go back to the map because now I can
Show us. Can't believe we get to
Right.
know.
They now have the map. Boom.
Wave Echo Cave.
It is. It's right there. Zoom back in.
I guess we'll just park the cart and go on about our business.
You can see the kobolds look super uncomfortable. Like there's people walking around. They've been living in a forest.
They'll be fine.
They're in rags, by the way.
We'll buy them clothes. Oh, actually, why don't me and Snow just go buy the kobolds nice clothes while you guys go?
With my own money?
I'll spend money for kobolds. They don't need to walk around in rags.
That's fine by me.
I'm
You
sure
can
they
give
have
me money.
With my own
short
money.
dwarf clothes there.
Savage.
Slowly sharp-dressed man.
Yeah, we're gonna
Maid's
make the
outfit.
no, we're gonna make the kobolds look so dapper.
So you start working for the stone
Oh,
and
no.
maid outfits.
Our ways here, you guys can take Gundra to meet up with Sildar. He's probably in the town master's hall. We'll take these guys to
Where are we? Just
get
in
him
the
some
town center?
clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take Gundren to the town hall.
Where are you going?
I'll let you
Aramis?
draconic speakers deal with that.
Yeah. I'll tag along with Ronam and Gundren.
Sounds good.
As you guys get in town, Loki's gonna bid you farewell. He's like, I have some business to attend to, and he's going to walk off to go do some stuff.
Lots of tree sleeping and mug making, I see.
He's got yeah. Skull cups to make and trees to sleep in.
And
I'll just
hearts
go off.
color.
We're gonna be meeting in the Stonehill Inn later on, probably. So let's check by every now and then.
Sounds good.
It's gonna look down in Draconic. Are you guys ready to go get some clothes?
Shopping spree.
We're going shopping?
So we've got Ronam and Erebus heading to the Town Master's Hall with Gundren, and was it Elaine and Snowloo going with the kobolds to get them some clothes?
And find them a job.
And find them a job.
Gonna start with clothes, I'm guessing.
Yeah, well, we can't show up to their new job in rags.
You got to make a resume for them.
Oh no.
It's fine. They don't need resumes in this day and age.
Probably not.
Alright.
To the Bartons, I guess. I'm guessing
Bar
it's
clothes.
clothes. Yes, I would think so. Who else has clothes?
Yeah, you guys know. You guys remember seeing just like basic clothes there.
Alright.
I mean, clothes for kobolds, though.
And they don't have to work in the mines. I'm sure the Hin has
They
some
can't work in the
to do.
mines right now. There literally works there.
I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. They can work at the Hin, they can work with the horses.
Yeah, they
As
gotta
long as
get
they
some
don't
nice
try
clothes.
to eat it.
We gotta get them some nice clothes. I will spend good gold for them. Some very fancy clothes.
I'm not spending any monies.
Such a rat.
I'm saving up
For what?
an acorn.
I'm saving up too, but I'm being very generous.
Acorn.
I need better armor.
I need a acorn.
I guess we'll go in Barthan's provisions with these three lizards who are going into Barthan.
So you guys head into Barthan's, and you see old Barthan there, helping other patrons as you guys kind of shuffle in. He sort of gives you a side glance, but he sees the kobolds are with you too, so he's fine. And he's kind of bustling about, just like, yes. What can I do for you? I see you have some new friends.
We're looking for some nice clothes for them.
Ah, you've come to the right place. We've got everything here at old Barthan's. The best trading post here in Phandelver.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
You're sure it is? No, it's in fact is.
Well, that's why I said I'm sure. I know for a fact that it's.
Just gonna give you like a knowing wink, and he's like, "Yeah," and he'll gesture over to close racks.
All right. Well, we'll be back with our purchase.
Close prices help.
Sure, they don't need any changed clothes either. Just 3 pair of pants, 3 shirts.
If
Good
they
to
make a
go.
mess.
They'll be fine.
What if
We'll
they
let 'em
make
pick
a
out.
mess?
Oh, that works.
Oh, you're letting them pick out clothes?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, hold on. I wasn't prepared for this outcome.
It's you now playing
I
a
mean,
dress-up game.
Bring out the runway.
it's whatever they want to wear. Okay, as long as they don't like rip it up, it's fine.
Yes.
Welcome to the
Cue shopping montage.
first annual Kobold fashion show.
Oh no. I mean,
They don't need
but
pants?
They don't get
Snowloo doesn't have pants.
Snowloo doesn't have pants?
No.
I never had pants.
Hey man,
No
sun's out,
pants,
buns
no.
out.
They'd be inconvenient. You'd have to like rip a hole in them for their tail, anyways.
We're going on a shopping spree.
I
I can't believe Steve didn't know Snowloo wasn't wearing pants.
don't know how I feel
That was
about
like
this.
the whole character arc when
All
Snowloo
right.
was first introduced.
All right, on stream we're queuing Kobold fashion montage real quick.
Hold on, let me look up some outfits on Google.
Look up
Cute
cute
Way
visual
ahead of
outfits,
you.
and it's just gonna
Way
be like,
ahead of you.
I'm gonna
Don't do it
too.
on stream. You're gonna get some weird
It's
stuff.
on stream.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
What do we chat?
Oh,
Chat, how do we feel? Do we like the dapper look?
Oh, I like the
True.
I like the
Maybe some of them might
wedding
like
I like the wedding dress Kobold. Well, it's not really a wedding dress.
He
It's like a
Donald Duck, and this is what I picture them
Let's
picking
see.
out.
They're gonna be working at an inn. They need like clothes.
I don't. What's the gender of the kobolds we have?
it's true.
You know what?
Yeah,
Let's
I
go.
assume
Let's go. You got two male, one female.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
Oh,
More
I found a good
Saturday
one.
Night was evolved into.
I found a real good one.
There we go.
Oh,
You like the bowler
that's
hat?
not a bad one, Steve.
Here, I found a good one. I'm a fan of this one. Show this one.
Boom. I mean, that's a winner right there.
That's a
Oh,
real
it's
good one.
adorable.
That's real
Aw.
good.
If you show up to any job like that, you're instantly hired. That's just,
Instant
like, the
hired.
law.
Oh, that's
Reminds me of, like, the-
stylish. You'd be the
doorman
best dressed one
meme.
out of our whole party.
Well,
Oh,
there's no
that's a pretty
shopping
good
for
one.
Kobold.
That's fine. That's like common clothes. That's what common clothes looks like. I
Yeah,
hate,
but that's better than whatever they're wearing now. They're probably wearing like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or like nothing. They
Yeah.
got some rags on, some like dirty
The
rags.
loincloth.
that works a lot.
Ooh. Hold on. I don't like
Chat.
Oh, I like-
Oh,
I
that's
saw
pretty
that.
good.
Like,
Here, what about this one? I found this one. This one is just 3 kobolds in a trench coat, like little children in disguise. So we could just get them
Oh, yeah.
one. We could just get them one
Mhm.
extra large human coat, and they can all share it.
No.
oh lord.
We'll just get them normal clothes and then they can live their life.
This is the true side quest that we needed.
That's good. I like that blue one.
That's what Cyrus put up.
That's
I do
like,
like
a
that one a
magician.
lot.
That's like a wizard kobold. He has his tome right there.
What about the Bjork swan dress or Lady Gaga's meat dress? Oh no.
Chat's like, whoa.
Yo.
They're having a great time.
Yeah, they're getting a fashion show.
Yeah.
All right. We gotta.
This is like a montage of them trying stuff on and then coming out of the dresser.
It's just
Give them,
like,
just give them something cheap and functional to cover
like-
up their lizard nudity.
What do we-
in the dressing room and seeing,
and you put some
Snowloo
pants
and
on
they're just,
Snowloo
like,
at the
either
same
nodding their
time.
heads, thumbs up, or shaking their heads no.
Put some pants. Yeah, exactly.
I think we're gonna. I like this one a lot.
That's nice.
And then we could do.
Yo,
like,
I'm
it's
stealing.
a
I'm
cute
stealing that
simplistic
look. I'm gonna steal that look for next time.
do one set of this and then like this one for the guys, and we'll call it good.
Yeah.
Or do you want to? And do you want to get them each like a nice dapper suit? Is that where we're at?
I don't want to dress him better than I'm dressed.
I don't think they need a suit. They just need a pair of clothes.
All right.
Remember, Ronam, you can't fight crime if you ain't cute.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Looking cute.
They're gonna get.
Wait, are they fighting crime now?
They'll get their fancy clothes after they've been working for a little while, and they want.
Yeah, they can buy their own fancy clothes.
They want to upgrade and go like live the high life.
They've walked out on the runway. You guys
they
have
pretty much
nodded
do.
and shook your head to several different outfits, and they've decided on some.
Oh, I love this. I love the idea of them posing
Just
for
all the posing and
for Elaine and
We're just like
Snowden.
clapping. Barthan is just like speechless.
No, Barthen's about it.
blushing.
Barthen's right there. Barthen's
Yeah,
right
the-
there
it's
too.
Rodam's.
That's what I'm saying. It's so good.
Rodam's there in spirit, playing music.
I know. I have to do plot stuff.
You had the option to come over here.
Well, I didn't know we were gonna get a fashion show.
It's fine.
Hold on, our so senses tingle and we go over to Barton.
You guys just
Our fashion sense is tingling.
The whole town is in there. There's like lights and music playing.
it's
No,
it's a whole
actually happening
production.
in the town center.
Yeah. Alright, so we have their clothes.
Yeah, you guys now have 3 fully clothed kobolds.
You know, we could probably just get the whole town to rally for a festival for this.
The kobold.
Give Barthan 4 gold
The Kobold
to keep the
make it
change.
Kobold Appreciation Day.
Okay.
for being such a good shop in the middle of Phandelver. Trading post.
He'll graciously accept your coin. Yeah, they've got outfits. You see them a little more relaxed now. They had a good time. They had a great time trying on clothes, strutting their stuff on the runway.
I think it's pretty commendable that Barthan, this random provisioner in the middle of this small mining village, had such a variety of kobold
Sized clothes.
specific clothes.
Well, I mean, like,
probably
So he has a whole
They could be
section.
more.
He has
They're
a
probably
whole
for, like,
section,
kobolds.
and he's like, "Thank God, I actually got some."
yeah,
kobold
it's just
customers."
like I didn't think I was ever going to use these.
I mean, there's like a multiple races that are like
Yeah.
Yeah,
tall.
like
Like
halflings and stuff.
Halflings and gnomes.
That's true. Okay,
So-
that's a good point. The extra small section.
Yeah, extra small. Now they're looking super fancy. We're gonna go look for them.
Yeah, they look great.
We're going to Stonehill in first.
Okay, so while you guys were doing that, Ronam and Erebus and Gundren, you guys hear some music coming from Barthan's as you sort of walk towards. When you guys head to the Town Master's Hall, you guys go into the Town Master's Hall. You see Sildar sitting at your desk. He's got papers organized and he's working on some stuff. You see Tarbin in like a little kind of like it looks like one of those little chairs you'd sit in kindergarten, kind of off to the side, looking a little dejected, but happy that he doesn't really have to do any work. And as you guys walk in, Sildar will look up and see Gundren, and immediately get up from the desk and kind of run over there and, Gundren, my old friend, I'm glad to see that you're alive. Thank you for bringing him back in one piece.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, Lord. Has there been any news of anything else going on with the Red Brands or anything like that here, or are they all completely just not coming back? Nothing going on.
We've seen a few of them sort of sneaking through the streets every now a couple days ago, but we chased them off. Other than that, no issues.
So you've been able to rally. You've been able to assemble some form of a town guard against them, then.
Yeah, they're. I mean, like we're just a small town of farmers. They're not going to be able to do much if they come in force. But for the moment, things seem to have settled down.
We're just a small town, Silvar. You're really growing accustomed to your new position here.
Just a slip of the tongue. As soon as we get things
No,
settled,
that's
and
fine. I'm sure that you're doing a admirable job. And as I say that, I kind of like glare at the real mayor sitting in the corner there.
Tarbin just immediately just looks down at the floor, like not making eye contact with everybody. He's just sweating profusely, like always.
What's our next step gonna be?
So I just straight up turned to Gundren. Gundren, you can thank us all you want for rescuing you, but what you owe us is answers and information. You already told us a little bit about what you're doing and about the mines. But if we risked our lives to clear the scum out of this town, and we risked our lives to come rescue you, you owe us some clear answers as to what your goals are and what you employed us for.
He's got a point.
That's quite fair. It's quite fair. I definitely owe you guys an explanation for not only saving my life but Sildar's. Do you want to do this as a group with the others, or
If we are to be getting answers as to what's happening, we should all be here to listen to it.
Agreed. Get your rest, and let's agree on a time and a place. We'll meet here, away from the ears, from any curious ears in the tavern, in the inn. So we'll here at the hall.
Sounds good. Why don't we meet here tomorrow morning? That way you guys can get your, I'm sure, what is some much needed rest after being out on the road for so long.
Yeah, it'd be nice to lay down in a bed again.
Oh, agreed. Agreed.
Okay, so tomorrow, meet back here, and we'll deal with how everything's gonna be.
I kind of nod and wave them farewell and just like step out the front door. I'll trust them to do their thing.
Okay.
Oh
So yeah, Gudrun and Sildar will kind of catch up and give each other their half of the story.
Do you think we should see if there's anything that we might need for any other travels up ahead?
Yes. Yes. I mean,
Shopping
I
episode.
don't know, my head is blurry. I'm kind of just like spacing out right now. Kind of just like looking around, just kind of like taking in, like, kind of just like enjoying like the sunshine. I'm sure there are Erebus. Whatever provisions we used or we might need is escaping me now, but I'm sure with a good night's rest, I'll have a clear head about all that.
Okay. Let's try to relax for the rest of the day. We gotta finally a little bit of time off, something not to stress over. So let's enjoy it as much as we can.
Agreed. I kind of like gesture to the shrine across the town center, and I say I'm gonna pay a visit to this sister, but I'll meet you back at the inn for an ale.
Okay, I'll see if I can find Elaine and Snow and let them know that we're gonna be meeting at the inn.
Okay. I am just going to go stop at the Shrine of Luck and take a moment for myself.
Okay. So as you walk over to the Shrine of Luck, you see Sister Gariel kind of outside tending to some flowers, and she nods to you as you approach. Are you going inside the small little building, or?
The shrine's outside, right?
There's a small shrine outside too, but it's like a small, it's like a small building.
Is there like an altar inside? Is her home like a public place of worship, or is it just where she lives?
So she has a home like right next to the shrine.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna approach the shrine.
Okay, let me double check here. Yeah, it's like a yeah. Okay, so you go over there, and You gonna roll a religion check for me?
Not 20.
Okay. So do you see anything specific, or are you just kind of standing there in silence?
I'm kind of just like standing there, just gathering my own thoughts.
Okay. Sister Gary will kind of give you some space as you stand there doing your thing. And Erebus, you are headed to Barthan's?
Yeah, that's the last place I saw them head off to, so I'll probably start there.
Okay. As you kind of walk up there, you see like a small crowd sort of dispersing from Barthan's, and out come 3 nicely dressed kobolds with Snowloo and Elaine.
Oh dang! Do really clean up. Nice.
Very fancy looking.
Very fancy.
Now we just need to get them a place to work and we have a place to sleep. We can stay in our. We can live in our little house on top of the hill that we own. We're driving out the gang. I mean, nobody said we have. Nobody says we don't. I mean, who else was living there? The whole gang.
The collapse banner.
Anybody else? It's an abandoned house.
No,
A cool basement.
You got a point.
Well, I guess we'll start making our way to Stonehill Inn. We're looking for these guys a job.
I do want to talk to Barton real fast.
Okay.
It might be a weird question to ask, but do you have a gilded acorn, perhaps?
What the fuck?
I need it. I want it.
We do have some trinkets here and there. And he's gonna kind of lead you over to like a little wall, kind of like hanging necklaces, and you see one with like a little gilded acorn attached to it.
How much for that?
It's just gonna be one gold piece.
Sold.
Okay.
Imagine saving up.
I'll carefully grab it and take a closer peek at it to see if it's like what I'm looking for. For that one spell I want to cast.
Remind me again. What?
Do you want the link?
What?
Put her in the chat.
Yeah,
It's like a fish in a gilded acorn, right?
It is a fishtail inside a gilded acorn, worth at least 200 GB. So if it's sold for 1 GB, I'll take it.
Yeah, it says worth 200 DP. It doesn't say it has to sell for 200 GB.
Yeah.
There's another facepalm. This one is because of D&D.
If Barthan doesn't know can't hurt it. But now it has to be big enough to put a fishtail in it.
The thing is, like, I don't understand why a gilded acorn would cost 200 GP. It's just like
Covered in gems.
Because as far as I know, gilded is like fake gold on something. So I don't understand why it would be 200 GP.
Like real gold.
Because it's a lot of trouble putting a fishtail inside of it, I guess.
Okay. Except Dogecoin. This is what. Oh my god! Does it have it does not have a fishtail inside.
No. Going fishing.
I've been robbed.
But there's nothing stopping you from having somebody carve one in there.
Ooh. I'll give him my gold piece. Thank you. I appreciate it. Been looking for that kind of old trinket for ages.
So that's what they need to cast a spell. I don't know. Fishtail inside a gilded acorn. I don't know what that means.
Means a fishtail and a gilded acorn.
But I have such a hard time picturing what that is.
It's basically like an acorn with a thin layer of gold leaf or gold paint.
Wait, but how do you get the fishtail inside? Is my
You open it and you put it in.
You hold it back with glue, I guess.
I mean, the lid can just be removable. The acorn top.
Yeah.
I guess. Anyway,
So strange.
you know how to gilded acorn.
All right, neat. I'll walk out and join the group.
We're going on our way to the Stonehill Inn.
Oh, we'll be meeting with Ronan at the inn as well a little bit later on.
Alright, after we get done with these guys, I need to talk to the town smithy about striking a deal.
Drug deal.
No.
Oh, he's trying to finagle like the most expensive armor in the game. Okay, so you guys go in the inn. Ronan, were you? I think you would see Ronan across the way.
I'm gonna wave at him.
I'll walk up to him.
Yo,
So are the kobolds taken care of?
so we're going to find them a place to work.
I gestured towards them. Look how dapper they are. They come like
I
that.
I look at them and just like nod approvingly, like a father.
Not hiring these guys.
like a father seeing his
Proud
kids all
dad.
dressed up on the first day of school.
I'm sure they'll be great.
I walk up to him and just pat each one on the shoulder. Give him a firm squeeze on the shoulder with my hand.
Such a proud little father. Okay, so you guys headed into Stonehill Inn?
Yep.
Alrighty. You walk inside and you see some folks kind of here and there. It's midday, so people are eating lunch. You see some people mashing down on some hearty stew. Everybody's drinking ale.
I'll walk up to the counter to one of the employees and ask who owns this place.
One of the employees. I can never remember their name.
Whoever's there.
I can't remember their
Is there
name.
somebody there? Probably.
Yeah, give me a second. I have to. I can't remember their name.
Bobby Blue Jeans?
Bobby Blue Jeans. Oh, aha. Oh yeah, okay. No wonder I didn't remember his name. So the person at the counter kind of turned to you like, I run this here inn. The name's Toblin. What can I do for you?
Well, Toblin, we got you three employees right here willing to work very hard for their pay.
All right, Ludi, thanks for stopping
gesture
in.
To the three nicely dressed kobolds.
I hope you have awesome. I hope you get some good sleep, man. Get you next time. 3 employees, you say? Not in much need of employees at the moment.
Well, do you know anywhere in town that would be in need of some extra work?
You could check out the orchard. Seems like he could always use a hand. He runs it by himself, and he used to be an adventurer back in the day.
All right.
So
Well,
he might also be the best equipped to work with these fine folks.
all right. And I'll look back to the group. So we're staying here tonight anyway.
Correct.
How much would it be to reserve 4 rooms? For tonight?
I mean, it can be 5. They can have a
Well-
room all by themselves.
I mean, I
All 3
was
of them sharing.
said 4 because I didn't know if Loki was sleeping in a tree again. But yeah, 5 is fine. 4 or 5 rooms if you have space.
I mean, yeah, we've got a room if you need it.
But you have 5 rooms.
Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, we've got 5.
Alright, how much? Just one night.
As seeing as you guys were the ones that drove the red brands out, I won't charge you tonight.
Well, I guess you can expect to see us here again later.
Okay, just sort of nods.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything to say before I go? You guys, whatever you want. Don't
Well,
follow me.
Before we leave, do you sell a fish? I need a fish. Do you sell fresh fish?
I think you're asking the wrong person.
I kind of just look over at Snowlu.
I'm not crazy.
What do you need fish for?
Well, if I tell you, I'm gonna sound even more crazy.
We've been through a lot of crazy things together, friend.
I need to grab a fish tail and
Go on.
insert fishtail inside the acorn, and I'll be I'm able to cast a spell using it.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Spell.
We're going fishing.
Are we
Fishing trip with the boys.
Are we privy to this spell?
What does that mean?
Oh, care to share what this spell,
Oh.
what this acorn fish spell will do?
Tell us all.
It's to summon beasts, spirit animals.
Very well.
Okay, I was about to say, are they friendly, or do we need to be aware of, like, they might try to kill us?
No, of course not. They're under my command.
So I don't know if it needs to be like an actual, like a real fishtail. Like, what if it, like, I think it could just be like a carving of a fishtail.
It's gonna be rotting inside the acorn.
'Cause, yeah, if it was like a real fishtail, like I can't even imagine a fishtail fitting in. Like, I guess if it was like an anchovy, like something really small.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll turn to be like, we actually are making fish stew, so we have a few leftover fish.
I mean, I just need a tail, so that's...
Oh, you just need a tail?
Yeah, I'll take your leftovers.
Okay, so he'll go back.
You're...
And...
No, I stay silent.
He goes and just grabs like a tail from like the scraps that they didn't use, and it's a little bigger than the acorn. I'm picturing like a trout.
Well, that's an issue.
You didn't specify.
Do you have smaller fish?
You're looking.
Unfortunately, we don't.
You're looking to cast the spell with a bloody fishtail inside the acorn? I don't know if they serve fish that small here, my friend.
Oh, that's a fair enough.
I'm saying fishing trip right now.
If you want something a little more specialty like that, you might have to go to one of the bigger towns.
Are you sure? Are you? Who told you this was how to cast the spell?
My hell friend that taught me all the thing I know. She's not crazy either, I swear.
She might have. There might.
All she said is a fish tail inside a gilded acorn.
But did she say it had to be a real fishtail?
No, she didn't specify. I mean, it could be like a wooden fish tail.
Well, why don't you?
A wooden fishtail?
There's a woodworker in town.
Speak to the woodworker. I'm sure he's apt enough at carving things that small.
For the right price, of course. I'm sure it can be negotiated.
Like a molecule sized.
And it will surely save you on the stink of carrying it around.
Yeah, that would, especially if we're going to be in the sun for quite some time, that's gonna
Gonna give away our position if we're trying to sneak.
Too much
Terrible.
fish sauce.
Basically makes miniature stink bombs with that.
Hi,
What-
Zelda. How are you doing tonight?
Let's start with the orchard first. We can
The
figure that
orchard.
after.
You. So the thing about the woodworker is, you did save his wife and children.
That's right.
No.
That's
Oh.
right. When they were imprisoned by the Red Brands.
Oh yeah.
Back to Barton's. Maybe
Yeah,
he's got a fishtail.
Never mind. The woodworker just does not exist anymore.
I mean, you could go talk to him.
Maybe his wife is a professional woodworker too.
Maybe she's actually the woodworker.
Maybe
Maybe.
their kids are super good at carving things.
Maybe they can carve a small fishtail.
Gotta re-examine her.
Do you guys want to go do that, or you want to come to the orchard?
Either is fine.
Go try and get your fishtail.
I'll accompany our friend here on his fish journey.
To the woodworker then.
I'm on marching order, kobolds. We have places to be.
They're just gonna follow you. You see them kind of like posing to each other, just kind of like showing off their new clothes. So you guys headed to the woodworkers. Ronan, they had promised you a good cup of tea anyway for helping them out. So you once you get there, they're kind of outside. You see like a small shop connected to the house, and Myrna will run up to you and be like, "Oh, you came. I wasn't sure if you were gonna come around for that cup of tea or not."
Well, we came on business, but a cup of tea sounds like exactly what I need.
Well, come on in. It was snowy, right? Please come in and join us as well.
I would love to.
So they'll come in and she'll bring you out some tea. She's like, I didn't really get to properly thank you for saving us, and unfortunately, with my husband still missing, we really haven't been able to make much money. I do have one valuable for you, but unfortunately it's not here in Phandelver. But I can tell you where it is, and if you were ever in the area, you would more than welcome to take it for yourself.
Oh, miss, I wouldn't think to request payment for getting you out of that place. I mean, I'd be happy to return it to you as well if you'd like, but
Well, like I said, you're more than welcome to keep it, but if it also came back here, it is an old family heirloom, so there would be no complaints there either. It is over in the town of Thunder Tree. It was overran by undead, and so we packed up and fled the town. But inside, we used to have a herb and alchemy shop ran by my mother, and in there beneath some storage, there's a trinket.
a trinket, you say?
Yes, it's an old emerald necklace. It's been in our family for years.
Well, I promise if we're ever in Thunder Tree, I'll be sure to go looking for it.
Well, sounds good. Like I said, please keep it for yourself as payment. You've really done us so much help.
And I'm sorry. We haven't found any trace of your husband yet, but
He was a rowdy one. I fear the worst, but I still hold out a little bit of hope that he will return one day.
we have actually come asking help from you.
Oh, what can I do for you?
Well, you see, it's nothing quite so dire as undead or brigands and kidnappings. I know that your husband is not around, but my companion here has a very, very particular request that we thought you or maybe any of the children who might have taken after their father and his skills might possibly be able to help with, or at least point us in the right direction on.
I'll take out the acorn from my bag and carefully place it on the table. I need a carving of a fish tail to insert into that thing. A very small carving.
Before all of this mess happened, Thel, my husband, was teaching our two children how to do a little bit of woodworking. That might be within their realm of expertise. You definitely have them give it a shot.
If possible, of course. And I am, of course, willing to pay for the services.
No, it would be no trouble at all for us to be able to help you. Because you guys have not only helped us, but the entire town.
Fair enough, I would say. Do you know how long that would take?
And she'll turn to her eldest daughter, and she's like, I think I could get it done by the end of the day. Small fish tail shouldn't be too difficult.
Well, there's no pressure or rush at all. We're staying for the night at a inn, at the Stone Hill Inn.
If you come back in the morning, I think I could have it done. You have you have the acorn with you?
Yeah, it's on the table right here.
She'll take it, and she's gonna sort of dismiss herself, and she'll head next door to the shop to get started.
As she's leaving, I kind of like beckon her over. Young lady, don't worry too much about making it beautiful or intricate. I'm sure the gods won't know the difference.
Okay, I'll do my best. Thank you. Well, I'll try not to fret about it too much, but I would like to make it look nice. You guys did help the town after all and saved us.
Well, consider this. Well, with this, you can consider us equal.
She gets kind of flustered, and she'll head out to get started.
Well, I think that's about everything. Thank you for the tea, though.
Of course. Feel free to drop by anytime, and I suppose we'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, of course, yes.
Okay. So you guys wrap up that. We'll jump over to Elaine and Erebus, headed towards the orchard with
Yes.
3 kobolds in tow. So you guys walk up to the orchard. You see out front, kind of sitting on a porch, an elderly man. As you approach, he'll greet you like, hello there.
Hello. I assume you're the owner of this here orchard.
That is that you would be correct. I am Daron.
Nice to meet you. Would you happen to be in need of any extra hands around here?
An extra pair of hands wouldn't hurt. It's
What about 3?
oh, who's looking for work?
I'll just let the kobolds look out in front of me.
It's kind of he's gonna give him like a once over. It's just like, can you speak common? And the one in the middle will kind of pipe up like, yes, we can. Gonna kind of look at you quizzically, Elaine. Like,
What? Yes.
how did you guys come to be a little group here?
We just happened to cross them. We were out dealing with some some goblins to the north. I'm sure you heard of the Great King Roll.
There's been whispers of goblins.
Yeah, we were on a little goblin extermination, and they had these as slaves. We didn't want to leave them out in the forest to be killed, so we just took them with us, and we're looking for a place for them to work, and so they can have a nice life somewhere.
Well, I am getting up there in age. It would be nice to have some helpers around. I suppose I could take them in, give them some work, keep them out of trouble.
If you could, that would be amazing.
However,
I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
if I am to just take them in on your word that they're not going to cause any trouble, I would maybe there's something you could take care of for me.
What is it?
I've heard some stories from some of the prospectors in town that someone's digging around in the ruins of Old Owl Well, and some of them have been reported being chased away by undead, and I would like to investigate to see what they're doing over there, but unfortunately my adventuring days are over. Just don't.
So you'd like us to investigate the undead chasing people away?
I would. It's the ruins of an old watchtower and part of an old fallen empire, and I'm not sure if there's any sort of dangerous magic laying about for somebody nefarious to get their hands on.
Can you tell us the direction it's in?
Yeah, let's jump over to the big map.
Because if it's on the direction, or in the direction we're heading anyway, we might be inclined to stop by. We aren't really on any kind of time crunch, but if it goes...
Kind of looks like it is.
Yeah, so Old Owl Wells
like 1 or 2 days out from
down there. He'll kind of point to it on your guys' map, show you where it is, mark it for you.
Oh yeah, we're heading that direction anyway. I have some business to attend up there from someone else in town. So.
Perfect. If you guys are looking to that for me, I can take this lot in.
But we would much appreciate it. And if they do happen to cause any trouble, do not hesitate to let me know, and we will make sure they do not cause any more trouble. We're giving them to you on our word. I do not expect my word to be. I can't think of the word, but I expect them to behave.
All right, I'll definitely let you know, but I'm not too old yet to keep a group of ruffians in line.
It's just a couple. I'm sure you can handle it yourself, but after the hospitality we've shown them, I'd expect them to at least try and behave themselves when we try to do something nice for them.
And they've behaved themselves.
Yes.
Perfectly
I'm
well.
sure they'll be fine. I'm not worrying about it too much, but on the off chance. But if you need us, you can ask Sildar about our whereabouts. He'll probably know. We're going to be in town for tonight, and we'll leave sometime tomorrow, most likely. So if you need anything, we'll be around until then. You three behave yourself.
He'll kind of just like, why don't I take them in and get them situated here.
Be my guess. If they'll be working here, then you need to get comfortable with it.
Okay, so they'll stay at the orchard. As you guys try to go, he will see the bow on Erebus's back. And he's like, you bit of an archer?
I've had quite some time growing up with it. Yes.
He's gonna kind of go back. He just tells you to wait. He's gonna come back out with a bow. He's like, this has just sort of been gathering dust. I don't necessarily need something like this anymore. He's gonna hand you this kind of nicely crafted bow, made out of sort of these twisted branches.
Are you sure about this?
Yes, there's no need for me to hang on this anymore. I've got the orchard, and I'm getting much too old to venture out.
Well, still, you should at least have something to protect yourself, just in case if anything happens.
I've still got a sword inside if the need arises, but I'd rather have this go with somebody that needs it.
I appreciate it, but at least take my bow. It may not be the greatest, but it's at least something that I can at least rest my mind easy with.
Okay, so he'll switch bows with you.
Thank you again for this. I do appreciate it.
He nods. He heads inside with his kobold friends.
Mm-hmm. Then I will make my way to the Stonehill Inn.
Okay.
Probably along the way, I just kind of test the string on it, see how the tension is.
Yeah. So if you pull on the string and let it go, it lets out a sound that sounds like a clap of thunder.
Ooh. Scare everyone nearby. It's like
everybody kind of jumps a little bit and looks at you.
Myself.
All right, so you get to the smithy. You see said smith.
Alright, look. How much? So wait. So before I say anything else, you do make armor here, right?
I do.
So, how much would it run me for a set of splint armor?
Please hold. I got a price check. Grabs out like a piece of paper and kind of starts tallying some stuff. And he's like, "Well, the ore's gonna cost and splint armor, you say?"
Yes.
That would be roughly around 200 GP, I believe.
200. Couldn't you run me a little bit better deal on that?
Unfortunately, I can't. I don't. I don't sell the ton here, and gotta make what coin I can. Plus, the craftsmanship is worth the 200 gold alone.
I will be back for it in the future. Are you sure there's no way we can make a deal? I usually don't ask for stuff like this, but we did save the town, and a little bit of extra survivability goes a long way.
If the problem is the materials, it's hard to get the materials here. With especially.
So I'm assuming you get the materials from the mine that's overrun by orcs.
This is true. Usually, I'll get the ore from the miners' exchange. But since they've had a bit of a shortage of ore because of the orcs attacking the miners, we even heard of undead running off some of them. The ore prices are up.
Well, lucky for you, we were intending to rectify that problem as soon as we finish with some other one.
I mean, if you guys were if you're able to take care of the orcs, and the ore prices went down, there'd be a little bit more wiggle room.
Well, how much do you think it would run me if the ore prices went down?
I could probably shave off around 20 to 30 GP.
I guess that's a good enough deal. We get a nice reward for clearing out the orcs anyway, so I'm sure I'll have more than enough gold to pay for your amazing craftsmanship once we're done. It may take a while though. You have other business we were planning to deal with first out of town, down the good old Tribor Trail, so we might be gone a few days.
Okay. Well, I'll be. You know where to find me. Should the need arise.
I guess I'll just go back to the inn.
Okay. What are Snowlu and Ronam up to?
I've made my way back to the inn during all this. And I'm just sitting having an ale.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going back to the inn. Be sitting with Ronam, not drinking though. I'm a good boy.
Alright, so you guys all meet back up in the inn. What is the plan? It's sort of it's nighttime now, I would say.
I guess I'm just getting ready to turn in for the night. I don't think we have a lot to discuss. It has been a
Before you
long
all
day.
head to bed, we're gonna be talking to Gundren in the morning. Get
Off
some rest.
to bed.
So everybody has kind of a restful night, or not rest. Sleeps restless. Wait,
Restless means
Unrestful.
not rest.
Restless.
everybody had a good sleep except
Oh, okay.
for our good friend Elaine.
Why? Let me sleep, old lady.
Elaine, you dream of walking through a forest, and you hear sort of just sounds of it's kind of like the voice of the drow that escaped. You just kind of hear it laughing and sneering at you, and a raven lands on your shoulder. It sort of like digs its talons in a little bit, and you can it almost feels like it's like shaking with anger. You just feel like the anger emanating from it, and
I know this is your doing, but are you all right?
It opens its beak, and you just hear the voice that you've heard before emanate from it. Instead of coming from the raven, it kind of feels like it's coming from everywhere, and it just sort of like hisses out like, "The black spider must be stopped." And then you wake up. Where the raven was on your shoulder in the dream, that shoulder is like sore.
No. So get up and stretch a bit, then get ready to head down.
Snowlu, you also have a dream.
Oh snap.
Important plot stuff.
You were visited by the same goddess that visited you before.
Miliki.
Okay.
Goddess of the forest.
Yeah, that's the one. So she visits you. She looks unwell. And when she visited you before, she showed herself in the image of a doe. This time she's in her human form. She kind of has like a faint sickly glow about her. And she's like, I was wrong about the kobolds. There's some sort of magic that works. Sorry, I can't talk tonight. Magic's at work. That seems to be polluting the forest. I'm not sure if this will be of much help, but it might help you in your coming fight. And she is gonna hand you what looks like a shepherd's hook. And then she slowly fades away, and you wake up.
Ooh.
But when you wake up, you are holding said shepherd's hook.
All right, I'll give her a silent and short prayer, just thanking her and wishing her well, saying that I'll try to find the source and do my best.
Okay. And everybody else has a nice sleep. I think right here would be a perfect spot to end. Thank you so much for watching. As I mentioned before, we are playing this live on Twitch on Friday night, so feel free to come stop by the stream. to see what kind of shenanigans the party gets up to as it happens live. 3 of our party members are also fellow streamers. I have links to their Twitch pages down below. If you think they're funny, if you loved them, please go drop them a follow. You won't regret it. And we hope to catch you next time.